This is 2026 we are in. Is MBA really worth it today? The question itself raises a question simply for the fact that people think MBA is just a top up course. But that's not what it is. MBA is still worth it in 2026, but then that depends solely on the person who is asking this question. If you are coming from an IT or engineering background and want to be starting something of your own, yes, MBA is definitely worth it. But then, if you are a business student who wants to be continuing business studies in the master's level, from BBA business administration to master's in business administration, until and unless you try to go for a different domain under MBA, different specialization under MBA, no, it's not worth it. Why? Well, if you are coming from an engineering background, you need to understand how finance works, how operations work, how marketing works, how human resource management work, because you got to be making decisions from management point of view. You got to be making decisions from investment point of view. You got to be making sure that whatever business you're going to start, it is visible. That's why marketing, operations, finance, HR, these things comes into it. But then if you have studied business administration at the bachelor's level, let's say the general business administration, and you're going for the general MBA at your master's level, no, it's not worth it because you're just topping it up with certain few things which are 70% repetition of whatever you have studied at your undergraduate level. So, again, what is the purpose of you joining MBA? If you are just looking at MBA to increase your salary, if you are just looking at MBA to switch industries, if you are just looking at MBA because you think it's going to look cool in your resume, MBA is not worth it. But then if you are clear about the purpose, these are the skill sets I want to be developing with an MBA degree. This is why I need an MBA. If you have that clarity, MBA was, MBA is, and MBA will always be worth it. Because MBA is not just about management. It's about different aspect of management. For example, you can choose MBA and specialize in data science. You can choose MBA and specialize in cybersecurity. You can choose MBA and specialize in digital marketing. You can choose MBA and go for supply chain management. You can choose MBA and go with accounting along with CPA and CMA track. So depending on who you are, depending on what you want, depending on why you want it, MBA could be worth it. But then if you are doing it because your friend circle, your family thinks you should be doing MBA, don't do it. If you are doing it because you are lost after your bachelor's, may it be in engineering, may it be in arts, may it be in humanities, may it be in business itself, you're doing it because you don't know what to do next and people around you think you should be getting an MBA to get a big paycheck when you start working. Don't do it because this may not be free. You're doing it for someone else, not for yourself. And until and unless you know what you are doing, why you are doing, where you are doing, MBA is not going to be your friend because MBA is just a tool. It's a degree that is going to assist you. But then, along with that degree, you got to be developing certain set of skills which is going to excel your career. May it be networking, may it be presentation, may it be group work, may it be decision making. These are the kind of skills you develop while studying MBA. MBA helps you to understand business better. You don't just do MBA for knowledge. You join MBA for networking as well because you never know which new CEO you are sitting next to. Because you don't know. The person you are sitting next to could be the founder or a co-founder of the next big deal in the IT sector, any other business industries. You are there to enhance your profile, not just in terms of degrees, courses, but also in terms of confidence, also in terms of communication, also in terms of personal relation with people that could come handy when you start something of your own. MBA is for those who have a vision. MBA is not for those who are lost. So if you are lost, forget about 2026. MBA was not worth it even in 2016. But then if you have clarity, MBA was worth it in 2016. MBA is worth it in 2026, and trust me, MBA could still be worth it in 2036 because businesses will never stop opening, because new ideas are always required, because business skills will never go out of business. No matter what, no matter which industry we talk about, we're talking about business. You talk about healthcare, we're talking about business. You talk about NGOs and INGOs, it's non-profit, but then still, it's a business. You're talking about information and technology, we're talking business, because I don't see you buying softwares or gadgets for free. You got to be paying, and as long as money is involved, there is business. And MBA is about business. As long as money remains, MBA remains as a program that could be of use regardless of the year we are talking about. So is MBA worth it in 2026? It's worth every single penny you spend if you know why you are spending it. Just like any other investment, if it's random, MBA is not worth it. But then if it's calculated, if you have a clear vision, if you know where you want to be after you complete your MBA, MBA is worth every single second you spend learning.